The subtle power. You never notice, you walk into an Apple store thinking you'll spend a few $100s. You walk out having spent twice as much. And somehow, you feel good about it. No pressure, no hard sell. Just a series of subtle emotions, invisible nudges, and perfectly timed decisions that guide you from, I just need a new phone, to I might as well get this too. This is not manipulation. It's not coincidence. It's psychology engineered into design, perfected over decades. Apple has quietly mastered a system so powerful that it can raise prices every year, without backlash. It can remove features, and people praise them. It can charge more than competitors, and still feel like the reasonable choice. Today, we'll break down the hidden mechanisms Apple uses to make you pay more. Tactics you don't see, but that your brain responds to instantly. By the end, you'll understand why Apple isn't just selling products. They're selling perception, identity, and inevitability. Apple's real product isn't tech. People think Apple sells iPhones, iPads, Macs, but the truth is, Apple sells certainty. Certainty that you made the right choice. Certainty that your product will work. Certainty that you belong to something smart, clean, modern, and premium. Most companies compete on features. Apple competes on feeling. And they charge a premium for it. To understand how they convince millions to pay more, happily, we need to dig into design psychology, retail strategy, behavioral economics, and emotional branding. Because Apple's business model isn't built on hardware, it's built on human behavior. The discipline of desire. Steve Jobs wasn't obsessed with technology. He was obsessed with control over the user experience. He once said, "People don't know what they want until you show it to them." That wasn't arrogance. It was strategy. Jobs understood that human desire is malleable. Show people elegance, minimalism, confidence, and they'll follow it. So Apple focused on 3 pillars from the beginning. 1. Make the product feel magical. Simplicity triggers trust. Smooth interfaces trigger satisfaction. Beautiful hardware triggers desire. 2. Make the decision feel inevitable. Apple builds systems where the default choice is the premium choice. 3. Make the ecosystem sticky. Once you own one Apple device, every additional purchase feels like a smart upgrade, not an expense. This was the blueprint. And it's still how Apple gets you to pay more, every year, without feeling manipulated. From good design to premium psychology. Once Apple realized design alone wasn't enough, they turned to deeper psychological techniques. A. The illusion of simplicity. When you walk into an Apple store, you see space. Minimal products, minimal signage, minimal clutter. This emptiness does something powerful. It makes every product look important. It signals premium without saying a word. Your brain associates open space with luxury, because luxury is rare. Apple uses emptiness the way other brands use logos. B. The good, better, best pricing trap. Apple never offers one product. They offer tiers: base model, slightly better model, best value model, top tier model. Your brain instantly eliminates the cheapest one, it might be slow, and the most expensive one, I don't need that much. So what do you choose? The middle, which is exactly where Apple wants you. It's called Decoy pricing, and it increases average spending dramatically. C. The halo effect. Ever notice how holding one Apple product makes you want the matching ones? iPhone, Apple Watch, MacBook, AirPods, iPad, Pencil. This is the halo effect. Your brain assumes that because one Apple product is high quality, all of them must be. And so the ecosystem grows piece by piece, without you feeling the cumulative cost. D. The pain of paying. Trick. Most companies make you feel the purchase. Apple removes the pain. You don't grab a box and take it to a cashier. You sit down. A friendly employee talks to you. You tap your card on a handheld device. No cash registers, no lines, no mental friction. When the pain of paying decreases, spending increases. Apple designed the experience to feel soft, personal, calm, so you spend more subconsciously. When Apple takes away, and you pay more. Here's where Apple's psychology becomes legendary. Other brands add features. Apple removes them and raises prices. No headphone jack, no charging brick, no USB ports, no expandable storage. Any other company would be mocked. Apple is praised for innovation. Why? Because Apple controls the narrative. They remove features slowly, explaining each removal as a step toward simplicity, environmental responsibility, or technological evolution. You don't question, because Apple trained you to believe every change is progress. When the ecosystem becomes a trap. At first, Apple devices feel premium, then they feel convenient, then they feel necessary. That's the moment Apple becomes untouchable. Switching ecosystems becomes painful. Your photos are in iCloud, your notes are in Notes. Your messages are blue, your devices sync perfectly, your AirPods pair instantly, your watch unlocks your Mac. Leaving Apple feels like losing functionality, even if equivalent features exist elsewhere. This is called ecosystem lock-in, and it's one of the most profitable business strategies ever invented. Apple doesn't charge you more because they can. They charge more because by the time you consider alternatives, you don't want one. Why competitors can't copy Apple? Samsung, Google, Huawei, Xiaomi, they all try to compete. They have better cameras, faster charging, bigger batteries. But they can't break Apple's hold. Why? Because Apple's power isn't technological. You don't buy an iPhone to make calls. You buy confidence. You buy simplicity. You buy belonging. You buy status. You buy a story. Tech companies sell features. Apple sells identity. You don't upgrade your phone, you upgrade yourself. Apple's influence is everywhere. The tactics Apple invented are now used globally. Luxury hotels use Apple's minimalism. Fashion brands use Apple's storytelling. Tesla uses Apple's pricing structure. Netflix uses Apple's frictionless payment. High-end restaurants use Apple's visual simplicity. Apple didn't just change tech, they changed how the world sells value. The Apple model is now the new blueprint. Make people feel richer than they are, and they'll spend like they are. Why Apple feels premium brain scans show that when people use Apple devices, the prefrontal cortex lights up, pleasure. The reward system activates, dopamine. The fear of missing out circuits fire, social validation. Holding an iPhone literally feels like success. Using a Mac feels like creativity. Wearing AirPods feels like belonging. This emotional cocktail makes price almost irrelevant. The brain focuses on identity, not cost. That's why Apple's customers are the most loyal in tech. They're not buying gadgets, they're buying feelings. Apple's newest trick. Apple is transitioning into an invisible subscription empire. iCloud, Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Fitness, Apple One iPhone upgrade program, extended warranties. Now, Apple isn't just earning from you once, they're earning from you every month, automatically, through invisible billing. The average Apple user will spend far more over a lifetime than any single purchase reveals. That's the masterstroke. Apple doesn't want customers, it wants lifelong revenue streams. 1. Apple doesn't sell products, it sells identity. Your self-image is the real product. The iPhone is just the delivery mechanism. 2. The ecosystem is the trap and the treasure. Once you're in, every step deeper feels smart, even when it's expensive. 3. Price isn't the barrier, psychology is the bridge. Apple removes friction, adds emotion, and lets your brain justify the rest. The price of comfort. Apple's world is beautifully simple, but simplicity comes at a cost. You pay more for less choice. You trust design over understanding. You depend on a single system. You adopt Apple's vision without realizing it. Comfort always carries a hidden bill. And in Apple's world, the bill grows quietly, one upgrade at a time. The real question is, are you buying control, or are you giving it away? If this episode helped you see how Apple shapes your spending without you noticing, hit like and subscribe. Because in the next video, we're diving into another digital illusion. Breaking down the success of a viral TikTok brand. Why some blow up while others disappear. Until then, stay aware, stay analytical, and remember, price is visible, power is invisible.